Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to have you all back. I'm so glad to have you come back and join me in Elevate Mary. First and foremost, I would like to thank everybody. Oh my God, I was just so grateful at all of the love and support that I received from everybody that has watched my video, liked my video, shared my channel, shared my video, subscribed to my channel. And not only that, that all of the awesome words of encouragement, I just want to tell everybody that I received it all. And I'm just so thankfully blessed. And you all have encouraged me to keep going. So thank you. First and foremost, I do have to say this. I know that I shouldn't, but I just want to say this. I know and I understand that I am recording in my bathroom in my apartment, but at this moment right now is where I have the best lighting and it's the most comfortable position for me to sit here and record a video. I am currently working on like putting together another area within my apartment that I can set up and record, but right now this is where what we have. So thank you on understanding that. I want to make this first vlog pretty much getting down to business vlog. So the first order of business that I want to tell everybody is I just want to secondly thank you all for reaching out to me. I've had a lot of different people reach out to me pertaining to writing their own story or they want me to help them write their story. Either or, I'm just so thankful. So I want to say keep the inquiries coming. I just love doing what I've been blessed here to do, which is write and help people tell their stories. Secondly, I've had a lot of inquiries about the writing with me sessions. And trust me, those are coming. What I'm trying to do is build my following a little bit more on YouTube before I start the sessions because I would love to give more people the opportunity to take advantage of the Write With Me sessions. So for all those that are watching this video, please share, and share my video to any and all that you know. Ask them to comment, like, and subscribe because we're going to get this process going. I already visualize these Write With Me sessions being so awesome. So I'm just ready to get started. Just kind of help me get my numbers up by sharing my videos to others and subscribing to my channel and commenting down below. My A lot of people have asked me for my email address. My email address is Maxon Mary. That's MAXION @gmail.com. That's maxonmary@gmail.com. And if you have any further questions for me, feel free to comment down below or you can email me. And if you have any topics that you would like for me to discuss while on my channel, I take all inquiries or any questions or comments that you may have. So thank you so much for that. One more order of business is I talked about the Reading with Sisters vlog. At this moment, is not going to that channel is not going to be fully set up. But give me a time, give me a second, and I'm going to fully figure out how the Reading with Sisters vlog is going to fully work. And I'll give you more of an updated response to that as we go along. And I definitely wanted to come in and I wanted to touch bases with everybody. And I just want to say, I don't know how this journey is going to take me, this new booktube journey, with me being very private and very impersonal. But I know in order for me to elevate Mary, I have to step outside of my box. So that's definitely what I'm doing. And I was trying to think about for over the last couple of days what would be a good topic of conversation to talk to everybody about. And the only thing that continues to resonate with me and that keeps like peeking itself at my soul is what has kept me standing. Whew, that is a deep one right there. What has kept me standing is my faith. my faith in God, my faith in Jesus, my faith in knowing that this too shall end, and my faith in knowing that God has greater for me, and rather than just paying attention to the situation that I currently find myself in. The number one scripture that I've always remembered and that has always resonated in my soul is Hebrews 11:1, which is now faith is the substance of things unseen and the evidence of things hoped for. And I know a lot of people might hear that scripture and they think that the key word in that scripture is faith, but it's not. The key word in that scripture is now. Like, how much current faith do you have in your present situation, in your present circumstances, on your present walk, in your present journey? How much faith do you have in God to know that He's going to work this out for you? So that's what's been keeping me grounded. And I don't know how much more to answer that question, but for me, I know, like, I try to tell people all the time, like, your faith is your, I'm sorry, for me, my faith is my saving grace. And I have to remember, please forgive me, because as I continue to go along this process, I'm trying to get used to it. I really am. So talking to a camera is very hard if anyone has ever done it. But yeah, my faith is my saving grace. And as we go along these struggles, I'm going to give you all some story times and tell you things that has built my faith, because I used to think about life, and I used to think of life as everything that has happened to me. Like, I used to get so angry. I don't even know how to explain it, but I do remember there's a picture that I have. I would never show anybody, but I have this picture, and I look, it's probably when I was about 12, 13, 9, 10. I'm not sure. But the picture, I was so dark. Like, my skin tone was so dark. But when I think about everything that I was going through at that time, at a young age, it's like my outside was looking at how I looked on at how I felt on the inside, if that makes sense. But what I'm trying to tell everybody is that at that age, I didn't know that life was going to get better. I didn't know that my current situation was not going to be my forever situation, if that makes sense. Because I think that's the problem when you're walking through your journey, or when you're trying to get to the next phase in life, because you got to remember, with each new level is a new devil. So every time you elevate yourself to a new level, there's a new devil. There's a new situation that's going to come in your life that's going to test your faith. And that is so real. Like, even when we get ready to go on this Write With Me sessions, I actually am asking and challenging everybody that's ready to come along on this Write With Me session. Start building your faith. Start building your faith, because the thing is when you start looking back over your life, and when you start becoming to the point to where you are thanking God that you made it through it, it takes you through it. It's going to take you through a journey that you never thought. Like, I remember after I did my mom's book, right? And I gave her the first copy, and she called me, and Mom, I know you remember this, and you called me and you broke down, and you was like in tears, because you could not believe that your daughter, me, had told your story in such an honorable way. But not only did I tell it in an honorable way, it took you back there to every emotion and moment that you felt during the time that you were going through what you went through. So that's my word of encouragement for everybody. As we're building my subscribers, and as we're preparing to go on this Write With Me session, I ask everybody, I challenge you all, start building your faith. Start building your faith, because one thing is for sure, in order to tell your story, you have to be honest. And once you start being honest, it takes you to a whole nother level in your life, because there are some things in life that we don't want to revisit. There are some things in life that once you revisit, it takes you all the way back to that moment, that time, and even that age and that mindset. So, as I think that's what it is, as we start to prepare this journey of beginning this Right With Me session, I want to help you all prepare you, internally prepare you, because I want this to be the best thing that you've ever done in your life, which is to tell your story. Nobody can tell your story the way you would tell your story. Whether I write your story for you or whether I help you tell your story, I want to help prepare you to tell your story. So, the first lesson in preparing you to tell your story is to build your faith. This isn't about writing a vision board. This is not about sitting down, writing down everything that happened to you. This is about deeply looking deep down inside yourself and telling your story. One of the things for me is I love gospel music. Get yourself in a place to where you can meditate and have complete silence around you if possible, because I know sometimes it's hard. But start building your faith. Before I get ready to take you all on your journey, start building your faith. Things that you are scared to talk about and things that you are scared of people knowing about, start building your faith and asking God to help you to um accept it. Yeah. Ask God to help you to accept it. Because you know the hardest thing to do in life is not really forgiveness, but it's acceptance. Well, it is forgiveness, but they go like hand in hand, because you have to accept that the things that happened in your life happened because they were meant to make you a stronger person, because they were meant to build you. But in order to tell your story in a way that God, or in a light that God put within you, within your family, within your journey, within your walk, you have to build your faith. Because telling your story is not just telling somebody, oh, this person did this to me, that person did that to me, this, that, and another happened. No. Telling your story is simply telling the story. And it's telling the story through God's eyes and not through your eyes. Because we as people, we are so quick to judge. We are so quick to be unforgiving. We are so quick to jump to anger. We are so quick to jump to pointing fingers. But this vlog is going to be step number one in telling your story. Step number one in telling your story is, before we get started, I want everybody to start building your faith. Whatever it is you have to do, whether you might want to go to church, whether you might want to start reading the Bible, whether you might want to start talking to those that have harmed you in the past. But start building your faith, because I trust me when I tell you this. The way God is blessing me on this journey that He has me on, I am going to take you all through a journey of telling your own story. I'm excited about doing this. You just don't know. I actually am just so grateful and thankful, because even after my first vlog last week that I shared with you all, I have already gotten callbacks for writing assignments. And you don't understand how grateful I am, because I remember I just kept telling God, and I just kept praying to Him like, Lord, all I want to do is right. All I want to do is right. However you work out my situation, God, all I want to do is be placed in a position to help others tell their story. So now that I'm finding myself in that same position, I want to give you the lessons that I learned along the way, which the first process in telling your story is to build your faith. That's it. I don't want anybody to think about anything else. As you share my video and as you subscribe to my channel, I only want everybody to think about ways of building your faith, because this is not going to be like any other Write With Me session that I have seen, or any other Write With Me session that anybody probably has been involved in. This is a session, and not only that, this is going to be a journey that's going to be not just the elevation of Mary, but this is going to be the elevation of you. You know who you are. And God already aligned you to be standing there, sitting here, looking and watching my video. But the first step and the first process in anything that we do is going to be that I want everybody to build their faith. Whatever you're doing right now, start doing things in your life to start building your faith. Because once we get started, I'm not going to just allow you to give me half of you. When we start this process of writing your own story, I want your faith to be strong, because I am going to take you there. My goal is to challenge you to bring out the best of you and to bring out the best of your story. But not only that, to tell your story the way God would have told your story. But thank you again for coming in and joining me. Don't forget, I would love for you all to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Remember, we're trying to get my subscribers up there so that we can start this journey of elevating of us. Let's call it that. Instead of the elevation of Mary, this is going to be called the elevating of us. We are elevating everybody that's going to join us on this journey of telling our story. But thank you so much. I am so glad that you all came in to watch my vlog number 2. I am so thankful that you all have been sharing my channel, subscribing to my channel, liking my channel, and also commenting. But don't forget, the number one point in this entire video, as we get ready to start this journey of writing your own story, is to build your faith. But everybody have a good day. I'm so thankful. This is definitely a moody Monday, that I call them moody Mondays because I hate Mondays. I do. I absolutely hate Mondays. I wish I could just stay in the bed with the covers put over my head on Mondays, but I got to get up and take care of business. But anyway, everybody have a good day, and don't forget, subscribe, share my video, because we're ready to get started on this journey of writing with me. And never forget Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things unseen and the evidence of things hoped for. You know that there's a greater vision ahead. You know God has better for you. Let's start putting into action and doing the work.